start.
We're going to start. So, one of the things I'm already starting to hear is part of the aging process, and the reality is we're all getting old, and that's just part of life. But what is not a reality is we don't have to be in pain to get old. And a lot of things that we get old getting painful at is because we didn't take care of the system. And that's why we're working on taking care of the system. And a lot of it is just muscular balance. We would like it to be something worse, like it hurts really bad, my neck hurts really bad, and it's because of this and this and that and this, where it's just muscular imbalance. And if it is muscular imbalance, that's great because you can do something about it. And that's what we try to do, is we work on the muscles that we don't like typically working during the day, and we don't go out of our way to do. And that's why we work on the muscles that we work on. But one of the most interesting things, you can talk to your husband about this, is arthritis. Arthritis is something that afflicts everybody, not some people, not old people, not only old people, but also young people. And in fact, most people over the age of 18 have arthritis. The difference is the 18-year-old doesn't have inflammation, because you also have to have two things. You have to have inflammation or dysfunction, or you have to have something else before you notice that you have arthritis. But everyone has arthritis, and that's why if we can keep ourselves in motion and keep the inflammation down, typically we don't have pain. And that's what we're going to work on. We're going to create positive inflammation in the body because we're going to work muscles, and it's going to get soreness. And like we've been talking about the last week, if you get into shape, the biggest dilemma is that you'll constantly feel sore. Sore is not bad. Sore is good. The problem is when you feel pain. Pain is debilitating, and you somehow have to intervene. Like if I hurt my knee, I blow out my knee, I can't walk, and I have to intervene with a cane, or I have to get a therapist or something else. But being sore on both sides of the body in the quads because I work the muscle is a good thing because I can just stretch it out. Sore in the abs is good because I just start moving around, it feels better. Pain in the back is bad because I can't do life. So we're going to work on all of that as we start with our feet parallel. We're going to work with stance. Hips width apart. This is probably the hardest part. Hips width apart. This is your ASIS. This is your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is hips width apart. So your stance is narrower than you think. Bring it together.
Oh, okay.
Closer. There you go. Closer. Yeah, bring your feet closer. Okay. And now you're going to push down, and after you make your feet parallel, make them very parallel, push down with the big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head, the outer four toes and the corresponding metatarsal head, and finally your heel. 1/3 the weight is through the balls of your feet, 1/3 the weight is through your toes, and 1/3 the weight is through your heels. So the majority weight is in your forefoot. So you're almost leaning forward like you're going to fall on your face. Then we're going to bend the knees. Bend your knees. Get your feet back parallel again. There you go. Turn your knees out. Abs are nice and tight. Now we're going to go into what's called athletic ready posture. It's where we turn the lower half of our body into springs, and we elongate our upper half of our body to get into what's called the riding reflex, that the head is stable over top of the body. We're going to draw your shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. And this is where we start. We're going to do sit-ups here. You're going to suck in your tummy and then relax. Suck it in, relax. Activate without activating your shoulders or your neck. Just draw your abdomen in. Keep breathing. Good. Smiles are up. Jaws are relaxed. We're engaging our abs. So we're going to talk to you about something called the first chakra. First chakra is your pelvic floor. We're going to activate that as we do this. Second chakra is your lower abs. You're going to engage those as well. Third chakra is your upper abs. You're going to close up your rib cage. We're going to activate all that, pulling it in, drawing it all together. There he is. Smiles are up. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're just working on stance. Mari's going to set up Miles.
I get it.
Oh, don't you worry. We're going to set you up. Okay? And then from here, we're going to do squats. Your butt will come back slightly as you go into the squat. Up and down. Abs are nice and tight. Just squat away. Watch the knee alignment. Make sure those knees come straight forward, straight back, and then come all the way back up.
So really try to lift the arches of your feet? And you're going to, it should feel like you're splitting the mat, so you're energizing through your legs. Yep. So the tripod, the big toe mount, the outer 4 toes, and the ball mount, the heel is the tripod of your foot. So you're gonna suction that onto the mat and lift the energy through the arches of your feet. You're gonna connect through your inner thighs, lift the pelvic floor, shorten the distance between the pubic bone and your belly button.
And up and down.
Yeah.
I liked your back against the wall analogy the other day.
So your feet trying to split the mat, that's going to externally rotate the knees slightly.
And like I said, smiles are up. You can frown later, you're gonna smile now. Abs are nice and tight. Okay, now you're gonna lock out your legs. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna figure out what the hips are. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're gonna hinge from the hips with a straight spine and then come back up. No pressure in your low back because we're working muscles and not joints. So you should feel this in your hamstrings. You should feel this in your calves. You should not feel this in your low back. Keep your abs on, that first, second, and third chakra. First chakra is your pelvic floor. Second chakra is your lower abs. Third chakra is your upper abs. We're keeping everything on. Keep that spine straight.
Keep breathing.
Yes.
And really try to engage through your abs. So you're using your abdominal musculature to squeeze and bring your upper body closer to your legs. Pulling that belly button towards your spine. Shortening, again, the distance between the pubic bone and your belly button. Squeeze.
Keep your tummy sucked in. Hardest part. It's because you feel tension in one part of your body, you want to turn off tension in another part of your body. But that's not how it works. And smiles are up.
If for no other reason, it's scary when everybody's frowning at us.
Yeah. Okay, and now you're going to take this block, you're going to put it under the ball of your left foot. So Miles, you can put, the half block under your knee. Oh,
Morning.
they made the traffic.
Sit over there.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, your feet are parallel, shoulder blades are down and back. We're going to put the block underneath your left foot.
Sit you up there in the front.
And your feet are going to be parallel. That's going to be the hardest part because you're going to want to do this. Keep your feet parallel. Like you're on the side. If you're on the tighter side, you can definitely open up your stance, but you're going to keep your feet parallel. You can have it back, but as long as the foot is parallel. Abs are nice and tight. Jaws relaxed. That's okay. And you're going to pump your hips forward. It's not much. Don't worry, everything gets a lot harder. Abs. If you want, you can have your roller for balance. That's totally fine. Abs are nice and tight.
Try to relax your face, neck, and shoulders.
Smiles are up.
Breathe and smile.
Okay. Now, keep your hips forward as you bend and straighten your right leg. Watch the alignment of your left knee. Don't let anything come inward. Abs are nice and tight. Eyes up, smiles up, chest up. This is not church. You're allowed to laugh.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to bend and straighten your right leg. This is going to open up a muscle called the soleus. The soleus is the second heart in the human body. This is why we want to keep this nice and loose. And often is the case that we do it, that it lowers blood pressure.
Where is it?
It's a deep
Inside
calf muscle.
Calf muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I will put it in the video and you will see. Abs are nice and tight.
Keep breathing, keep smiling, chest up.
And then here we go. You're going to take the roller out in front of you. We're going to stretch forward, jaws relaxed. Spine is straight. Keep breathing. Don't let your back take this up. We want a really straight spine. Excellent. Suck in that tummy.
So again here, it's really, I know you're going to feel a lot of stretching on the back side of your body, but really try to focus on engaging your abs, squeezing that belly button towards your spine, shortening the distance between pubic bone and belly button. And I know you're looking at the mat on the floor, but smile and breathe.
Straight spine. We don't care how far forward you go, but have a straight spine. Abs are nice and tight. And immediately we're going to come back up again. You're going to take your arms over the top of your head. We're counter stretching. Suck in your tummy. Lean back. Rock from side to side. Don't let your shoulders carry all this work. Your abs should be carrying the work. We're working muscles and not joints. This is a big important piece here. Keep breathing.
If you feel pressure in your lower back, try to engage your abs a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay.
Switch sides. Just getting warmed up. Everyone on the same page? Feet are parallel, shoulder blades are down and back, abs are nice and tight. You're going to pump your hips forward. Eyes up, smiles up. Today's a brand new day. It is interesting, one of my favorite things to do, it's becoming Maria's favorite thing to do. We go into restaurants and we listen. And we listen for when couples sit down, how long before they start talking about their first ailment, then their second one, then what medications they're on, what surgery a loved one had. And they think they're bonding. This is not bonding. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Okay? Is that 10? Mm-hmm. Bend and straighten your left knee. Yeah, people will go on for hours.
So bend your
talking.
standing leg,
Yeah.
the one that's not on the block.
And what's really important is that knee goes straight forward and straight back. It doesn't go medial. It's not this, but it's this. Good. Feel that stretch? Yeah, people will spend hours talking about ailments.
10.
And then switch sides. Chest up. Smiles up. Keep breathing.
I'm noticing that transition between friends. It's like we used to talk more about what the kids were doing, the fundraisers, baking, and then now it's what hurts, what's not.
On this dosage of this medication, I get up this time many times during the night.
We report to each other every day.
Yes, we're going to stop doing that. Get back to life. Okay, we're going to do forward fold, chest up, shoulder blades down and back, straight spine. Feel what it feels like to elongate. This is such a powerful act because you're shortening your back muscles, lengthening your hamstrings and your calves. Keep breathing.
Again, keep breathing, keep the
muttering.
abs engaged. Press that belly button towards your spine. Shorten that distance between pubic bone to belly button.
You will not die from this. Keep
Try
your
to
foot on the
relax
block.
your neck and shoulders.
Yeah. Straight spine.
And smile at that mat.
And then we're going to come up nice and tall. Arms go over the top of your head. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. We're going to rock from side to side. Probably the hardest thing is remembering what it was like to get upright posture because we're letting gravity start dictating how we feel and behave. And as we've said before, gravity is a lousy gift giver. Don't receive the gifts of gravity. Okay. Left foot's going on the block. Abs are nice and tight. Both knees are bent. We're going to continue to work on that athletic ready posture. Shoulder blades are down and back. Chest is up. You're sucking in your tummy. Feet are parallel. So feet are side by side and parallel. We're going to start out by lowering the heel. That's okay. It happens. You don't need it. So we're going to open up shoulders because we got shoulders, peoples. Yep.
Both knees are bent.
Okay, now that you can do that, keep your heel high. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to squat. This is teaching you to work with the lower half of the body instead of complaining with your face. You can do this, Gillen. You should feel your quads.
Keep engaging your abs, belly button to spine.
You should feel your quads burning. Okay, now stay low. This is the tricky part. You're going to keep your heel up. You're going to go for a run. All you're doing is lifting your knee, lowering it. Stay on a high heel. Soft landing. This is what takes the the stress out of the joints is learning how to softly land because you're using muscles. Chest up, smiles up.
10.
You're not going to die from this. Other side, same thing. High heel. We're going to start out by lift lowering. Getting the range of motion so we know what it feels like to have our feet move underneath us. Keep all your toes down. We're going on to ball of our foot. Yes, there you go. Smiles are up.
10.
Okay, keep your heel up. We're going to squat. What's the matter, Gillen? Hula?
Sore from Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yes.
We hardly did anything on Tuesday.
Come on Tuesday.
10.
Abs are nice and tight. You're going to stay in this position. You're going to go for your little run. Soft landing. No pressure in the joints. We're thinking muscles, not joint. High heels. High heel. Smiles are up. You're going to remember what it's like to run. Eyes up, don't look down. There's nothing interesting on the
10.
ground. Okay, we're going to continue stretching.
Switch feet.
Yeah, we're going to switch feet. Blocks underneath your left foot. Your right foot's going to go back behind you. You're going to be a high heel on the right foot. Your rear leg is straight, front leg knee is bent. Abs are nice and tight. This is a functional stretch. Rollers off to your right. Smiles are up.
So in this position, really try to engage. You're going to extend through the back heel, extend the crown of your head, trying to create a straight line.
So that straight line is from her heel all the way out the crown of her head.
So try and imagine there's a board behind you and you're pressing everything, the back side of your body, up against that board.
Chest is up.
Lifting.
Okay, here we go. Sit-up time. Suck in your tummy, relax. Suck in your tummy, relax. Feel what it feels like to lean forward and suck in your tummy. Lean forward, Miles. There you go. Now suck in your tummy. Oh, don't worry. We call people out. Front knee is bent. Abs are nice and tight. Okay.
10.
Okay, now we're going to work your butt muscle and your quad muscle. You're going to hinge forward and then come back up. No pressure in your low back. If you feel pressure in your low back, you're using your low back. Stop it. Smiles are up. Hold that balance. And this is telling you a big piece of where you're losing balance. And when you start losing balance, we start falling, or worse, we start fearing falling.
Keep
Abs are
breathing,
nice.
keep smiling.
What number is that?
9, 10.
Okay, stay forward. Abs are nice and tight. This is a total balance act. Abs, you're going to lift and lower your rear leg. These are minimum requirement moves. This is what life requires of you. It's not what we're being mean about. Soft landing. Soft landing. Put your foot back to the same place every time.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, good. We're going to switch sides. Just notice if you accidentally put the work into your low back because it should not be there. If it's there, you put it there. Bend your front knee. Take your rear leg back behind you. Abs are nice and tight. Chest is up. So if you do feel your low back, push your hips back further. Straighten your spine. Tighten your abs.
Extend that energy out through the back heel, all the way through the crown of your head, creating that straight line with your body.
Knee is over the top of your foot. Very important. And then you're going to do your sit-ups. You're going to suck in your tummy and then release. Turn your knee out. There you go. Eyes up. Don't look down. This floor is gray and it's wrinkled. It's like looking at an elephant's ass. That's rude. Smiles
Try
are
to
up.
feel that board on the back side of your body, pressing up against it all the way from the back of your head to your back heel. Keep breathing.
It's okay if you can't get this. This is some of you, it's your first time.
10.
Okay, here we go. Hinge forward. Come back up. Laugh at yourself. Don't get more intense. Keep breathing. Say to yourself, I may not get it today, but I will tomorrow, or the day after, or a year from now.
10.
Chest up, shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. Here we go, the weird one. You're going to bend and straighten that rear leg. Lift, then touch back down softly. Eyes up, smiles up. Don't use your mouth. We're using our abs and our butt.
6, 7,
Hold that balance.
8, 9, 10.
Ah, yes. Okay, now we don't need the block. Whoops. We're going to do something fun for a moment because I can tell some of you need it. We're going to put the ball underneath your little orange ball, underneath your left foot. We're going to roll your foot out. Abs are nice and tight. Here's the tricky part. You will want your feet to turn out. Keep your feet parallel. Keep your knees over the tops of your feet. Then eyes up. I want you to feel, not see. Feet parallel, like you're on the set of skis, not crashing and shattering your shoulder.
So try to straighten that leg and move from the hip.
But your feet aren't parallel. Oh, parallel forward. They don't
Yeah.
have to be
Yeah.
side by side.
No, no, they don't have to be side. In
They're
fact,
pointing
you
the
could,
same direction.
yeah. In fact, you could do figure eights. You could go side to
You
side.
can move in any direction as long as the inside of your feet is parallel.
Eyes up, smiles up. Know where the horizon is at all time, and smile at it. And don't look like you're trying to blow it away. So all of you, relax your mouth. Okay, drop your heel down. The ball's under the ball of your foot. We're going to do a little bit of walking. You're going to step forward, hips go forward, step back, hips go back. Abs stay on, shoulder blades are down and back. Be able to find the horizon when your heel drops down. This is so very important so you don't fall when you're walking, especially everybody on this island hikes because the roads and the sidewalks are as bad as trails here.
10.
Okay, good. Switch sides. Remember, the pain you're feeling underneath your foot has nothing to do with this ball. It has to do with how you torture your feet all week long. Abs are nice and tight, so it's not the ball, it's you. Smiles are up.
And try to relax your neck and shoulders and your face.
Because we're going to get into some butt work and quad work, because Gillen said so.
And again, try to straighten that leg and initiate the movement from your hip rather than just below your knee.
And really, that's what makes people look young and vivacious, is they know how to move from their hips. Okay. We're going to drop our heel down now. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to step forward, step back, hips back. No pressure into your low back, no pressure into your knees. Keep your eyes to the horizon. Don't look down. It's rude to stare at an elephant's butt. It's wrinkly. Y'all are rude. Don't be rude.
We all got the visual.
Yeah. I don't want to look down.
There was that pause for a second. 10.
Okay. Come off the ball. Now we start. Now that I know your feet are warmed up, you can put the roller off to your right. You're going to take your right leg back behind you, your left leg's forward. Make sure your knee is over the top of your foot. Rear heel is off the ground, feet are parallel. You're going to do a lunge position. So Miles, take that leg back further. Yes. Bend the front knee. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Straight spine like Mario talked about. Now you're going to release the roller. Shoulder blades are down back. No pressure in your low back. So you're going to hinge forward, touch the ground, come back up. If you feel pressure in your low back, it means you need to tighten up your abs. We are working on the shape of your butt. We like round butts.
If you feel like your body's being pitched forward and you're off balance and it feels awkward, you got it. You're doing it right.
Yeah, if it feels safe and comfortable, you're probably doing it wrong. Touching the ground.
If you feel instability, try to connect, again, that energy from the arches of your feet, inner thighs, pelvic floor, lower abs. That's going to create more stability.
Feel it in your butt, not in your low back. Hold your balance, and that's 10. Okay, let us switch sides. Notice how you went into compromising.
I just heard an OPN
Yes.
out there
Yes.
in the field.
OPNs. OPN stands for old people
Old
noises.
people noises.
We're going to resist the OPNs and trying to figure out compromises. Abs are nice and tight. Rear heel is up. So Abby, take your foot back further. There we go. Push your hips back now.
So really feel that board again behind you.
Knees over the top of your foot. Turn it out. Turn it out. There you go. And then touch the ground.
Pull that energy through the arches of your feet. Connect through the inner thighs, pelvic floor. Squeeze.
If we do this class correctly, you should be sore in your butt and your quads when you go home. Ask Gillen.
I did good.
You did great.
8, 9, breathe and smile. 10.
Okay, we're gonna switch sides. You guys are gonna feel muscles you haven't felt in a long time. You're gonna take your right leg back behind you. Okay, knees over top of your foot. Now you're gonna take your right leg back behind you. It's off midline.
Cross midline.
Yep. Rear heel is off the ground, your feet are parallel, your shoulder blades are down back, front knee is bent, rear leg is straight. Abs are nice and tight. Now your knee is not over the top of your foot. Shoulder blades are down and back, same thing, you're gonna touch the ground. We use this more than you think. If you don't have at least this one, you're cheating it in your back, you're touching the ground with your right hand. Yeah. Straight spine, no pressure in your low back.
So
Relax.
really squeeze through your abdomen, your core, and exhale as you hinge forward.
And smile up. Notice how much tension you accidentally put in your mouth. Keep breathing.
8, 9, and 10.
All right, we're switching sides. You should feel something akin to fire in your butt. Bend the front knee. You're taking your left leg across midline. Your feet are parallel. You should feel no pressure in your low back. If you feel pressure in your low back, your butt needs to go back further, your abs need to tighten. Shoulder blades go down and back, front knee is bent. Knee is not over the top of your foot as we touch the ground again. Straight spine, don't round your spine. We're working the butt, not your back. So if you're sore in your back, it means you manage to use and transform your back into your butt.
Pull that energy, inner thighs, lower abs. Exhale as you hinge.
Oh, you two are going to have a lot to talk with Suzanne about today.
10.
Okay, come back to center. Feet are parallel. We're going in that athletic ready position as your feet are parallel, knees are slightly bent, chest is up, hip circles. You're doing your ummi. Every athletic motion is hidden in a hip circle. If you could do a hip circle, you could be very athletic, but if you can't do a hip circle, you're going to compensate typically into your shoulders and neck. Opposite direction. The reason we say relax your mouth is there are two rami. Rami means ring. You have your pubic rami and you have your mandibular rami. And if you take the work out of your hips and put it in your mouth, that's not good. Last one. Let's see. We're going to take your right leg back behind you. You're going to take it out to the right this time. This one we use more than you think. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're going to touch the ground. Work in your butt. The really curious thing is the pubic rami, this lower half of the body, is not as strong as your mandibular rami. That's why we transfer work up. But our job is keep it low and breathe. Straight spine, smiles are up.
9, 10.
Switch sides. Wide stance, feet are parallel, knees over top of your foot, shoulder blades are down and back. Abs. Keep breathing.
So really use those abs to bring the upper body closer to your leg. Exhale, squeeze.
Suck in that tummy. Notice if it's going into your low back.
Eight,
We also have to remember a secondary thing.
9, 10.
Back onto 2 feet, hip circles. The muscles of your quads and your glute max are testosterogenic muscles. Testosterone, whether you're a male or a female, is a hormone that makes you feel really good. If your muscles are really sore and you don't know what the heck you're doing, it's been a long time since you felt good. Smiles up, go in the opposite direction. And that's why when you're doing hula, you probably feel pretty good. Okay, we're gonna go knee on block. Left knee's on the block, right foot is forward. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up. Switch, Abby. It'll be a whole lot easier. Suck in your tummy. We're gonna do hip circles. The goal is to not move your head. This is called the riding reflex. We're trying to keep the head stable. Eyes up, smiles up. Smiles up. Smiles don't look like this. There we go. And you're breathing. Opposite direction. Okay, we're gonna have a little fun first. Hands going to stick them up. We're gonna work balance. Core is on. This is important if you surf, walk, hike, do life. You're gonna lift, hold, and gently lower your foot back down. This is balance without your foot or knee, so you can't compensate. We're gonna find out immediately if you cheat, and it will sound like this. Smiles are up. Chest up.
Keep that pelvic floor lifted, lower abs engaged, still breathing and smiling.
The funny thing is, after 8 weeks of this class, you will become a postural snob.
10.
People you thought were good looking will suddenly not be so good looking. Switch sides. Don't you worry, it's gonna get harder. Abs are nice and tight, head's over the top of the block, shoulder blades are down and back. Hip circles, see what it feels like to not move your head. Keep breathing, smiles are up. Abs, you're working that first, second, third chakra, so we're learning how to move from our abs. But we have to remember the big thing,
10.
opposite direction. Nothing in the human body has a single function. So as you're wiggling this around, you're wiggling around your intestines and reproductive organs, liver, stomach, spleen, and pancreas. Watch the knee alignment on that front knee. It doesn't move.
10.
She pushed you. I saw it. Hands and stick them up. Chest up. Rear toes off the ground. And you're going to lift, hold, gently lower. Lift, hold, gently lower. Smiles are up. Because if this is scary to you, you don't have great balance. And we're going to get you your balance back. Smiles are up. You have great balance. Okay, here's a good point. When do you know you have bad balance?
9. 10.
You don't. You're starting to wear a helmet. If you have good balance, you know you have bad balance. So if you're aware of your falling over, bobbling, you still have good balance. If you don't know and you're just hitting the ground, you have bad balance. We're switching sides again. This is for Gillen. She was asking for this one specifically.
Crying.
We'll get the soreness out of there. We're going to be in this position. We'll get the genuflect out of you guys. Abs are nice and tight. So we're going to look at what 1 inch is. Miles, take your right foot forward. Yeah. 1 inch off the block. You're going to just lift up 1 inch. That's it. Abs are nice and tight. Chest up, shoulder blades down, back. This will help with surfing. Yes, there you go.
This is easy.
Abs are nice and tight. Just a little bit longer. Smile.
Chest up, abs engaged.
You'll notice we don't start counting until you start smiling, so I'll wait. I'll wait for the smiles. I'll just wait.
10.
Okay.
Thank you, Maria.
Okay.
I do take bribes after class.
1 inch again. Now we're going to put it to work. Chest up. Do not use your low back. Straight spine. You're going to lift up 1 inch. Arms go back behind you. You're going to hinge forward and then come back up. We're really looking at what is called small angle balance. 1 inch. Not a guy 1 inch, but a real 1 inch. Abs are nice and tight.
So as you hinge forward, squeeze that belly button to your spine. Exhale, breathe.
This will help with your bowling and your pickleball.
10.
Okay, switch sides. You do not want to feel this in joints. If you're feeling this in joints, it means you're not using muscles. You're using ligaments and joints. We're not using joints. I'll say it again. We're using muscles and not joints. Abs are nice and tight. Hands and stick them up. 1 inch. Boop. Smiles are up. Keep breathing.
Chest up, smiles up. Keep breathing. 10.
Okay, lower back down. Lower back down. Abs are nice and tight. So I have to tell a story. Sounds like a joke, but it's true. I had a Catholic priest as a client, and he had low back problems and knee problems. And we were trying to figure out what he did. And it turns out he did mass 3 times a day. And we figured out that was 21 times 3 of genuflecting. So he's 75 years old. This is what you never want to see in your office. And I'm like, how do you genuflect? And he showed me how to genuflect. And I'm like, switch sides. And he went straight to the ground. And I'm like, okay, after you sign this waiver, we're going to look at balancing out those muscles. So I made him genuflect 21 times, times 3 on the other side every day. And in as little as 2 weeks, his pain went away. Abs nice and tight. Here we go. You're going to be in the up position. 1 inch. 1 inch, everyone. We're not fishermen telling stories. Abs are nice and tight. Oh, here in this class, you get very little sympathy for falling. Abs are nice and tight because we're going to fall, and you got to learn to compensate for it, and you'll see you're safer than you think.
Squeeze that belly button, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale as you squeeze.
Abs are nice and tight. You are using full metabolic activity of this muscle, and that's why Gillen loves this exercise so much. Stop putting your head this way. It's this way, guys.
10.
Switch sides. We're back on this knee. Oh, just so you new people know, this is hard for everyone. It's not just hard for you guys. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to try it again. We're going to lift, hold, gently lower. Only you're going to hold for longer. Hold it up, land it back down. Hold, because we're going to go to the next step where you keep your foot off the ground and you do hip circles. This is very important if you surf. This should be a piece of cake. Move your hips, not your foot. There you go. And then go in the opposite direction. This is hip motion without compensation to your knee or your foot.
And this always feels awkward.
Okay, switch sides. Once again, get a feel for the balance. Right hand is forward, left hand is back. Lift, hold, gently lower. Just see if you can hold it up for a little bit longer each time. And then on this last time, keep it up as you do hip circles. This will make you better dancers. Oh, I used to love the Red Stripe beer commercial. Did you guys remember that?
Opposite direction.
Was it 45 years of teaching white people how to dance? And it's this guy who's drunk.
10.
Okay. It'll help your surfing, you'll see. Okay, we're coming into kneeling now. The thing with knee injuries is that unless you can go into full flexion of the knees, your knees cannot heal.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be able to fully flex the knees in order to get healing in the knees. We're going to do that now. Your toes are pointed back behind you. We're also going to open them up a muscle called the tibialis anterior. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. And we're going to lean back. We're going to do sit-ups here. You're going to suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy, release. Chest up. Smiles up. Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, now you're going to curl your toes under. If you feel excessive amount of pressure in your toes, that means you need to push your heels back even further. Keep inching them back. And then we're going to lean back once again. Miles asked for this one. Go ahead, lean back, Miles. Back behind you, smiles are up. Shoulder blades are down and back, suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. Change the shape of your abdomen. Smiles are up. And we're going to do one more time. We're going to point our toes back behind us. This time we're going to lift our knees up off the ground as you suck in your tummy and release. This is to help prevent you breaking your toes when your toes run into the coffee table. When it arbitrarily moves. Abs. Sucking that tummy. Oh, Mari got a message. Or a phone call. Keep breathing. And now, curl your toes back under as we continue the same thing. Push your heels back. This time, as you're leaning back, you're going to push your hips forward. This is going to open up a muscle called the rectus femoris. Very important muscle. Smiles are up. I'm smiling at you, Miles. Smiles are up. Do not think about escaping. We will follow you wherever you go. Okay, abs are nice and tight. We're going to look at the rectus femoris one more time. As you put your right knee on the block, or sorry, left knee on the block, right foot forward. You can have your roller for balance. That's okay. Abs. You're going to just lunge forward. I got to move back to get in the frame. I'm out of the frame. Stretch forward. We're opening up the rectus femoris. Very important for upright posture. So if you feel any pressure in your low back, tighten your abs.
In this position, it's really easy to just kind of dump into your legs. But really, really keep that pelvic floor engaged. Tighten up your lower abs and keep things lifted as you stretch.
Okie dokie.
10.
We're going to come back. You're going to reach back, grab a hold of your foot, and we're going to stretch forward again, chest open. If you can't get it, you can't get it. We'll get it next week or the week after. I'll help you.
I have put this knee out of joint, so I'm a little scared to.
I know. Whoa. It won't go out of joint. I
Keep
promise.
breathing. I'm going to actually bring this here.
There we go.
And I'm going to bring that there.
Chest up. Just a little bit longer. This is opening up a major postural muscle. If this muscle is tight, you are slouching and putting a lot of pressure in your low back. Switch sides. Okay. Left leg goes forward. Right knee's on the block. You're stretching forward first. Abs are nice and tight. Chest up. Smiles are up. So we really want to avoid what I call Bill Clinton smiling. Bill Clinton smiled down. It was the weirdest thing. The nation understood he was smiling, but it was weird because for the first time in terms of body language, oh, don't worry, you're not in the frame.
But your butt is. But it's not great right now.
That's more important. Yeah, for the first time, someone got away with smiling down and we understood it as a happiness. But we don't typically understand a frown as a happiness. Okay, reach back, grab a hold of that foot.
Typically happens for babies pooping.
Yes.
I figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
Had it with my mic first.
And then switch it over. Yes, babies will give away the fact they're pooping with a downward smile. So you don't want to look like you're pooping.
Keep breathing. Keep those abs engaged.
And in fact, if you could keep this muscle loose, it takes care of what most of you think is knee pain.
10.
Okay, good. All right. Now we're on to the pelvic floor. So we're coming back into kneeling. You're going to take your ball and you're going to put your block on top of your ball.
Ball on top of your block.
Keep breathing. That's okay. I just want to see what they're doing. Okay? You're going to sit on top of your ball. The ball's midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. It is not on your tailbone. That is not good. Chest is up, shoulder blades down and back. The hardest part, we're going to get the head over the top of the ball because that's proper alignment of the spine and the head over the top of pelvic floor. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do sit-ups. You're going to suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. We're getting ready for Abby's exercises. We're going to put the roller behind your back.
I may go in.
Yeah, go help. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, we got it.
Everyone got it. Okay, chest is up now. This is the hardest part. Now, remember, keep your head over the top of the ball. Don't let your head go forward. Okay? You're going to draw your shoulder blades down and back, and then bring them forward. Shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Now, add sucking in your tummy, because you're going to do a sit-up simultaneously. So you learn how to stabilize your shoulders from your core.
Keep
Jaws rock.
breathing, keep smiling.
Is that 10?
10.
Okay, now you're just going to twist. Your head can follow or not. Just don't look down. The elephant's already embarrassed. Oh, yes. Okay, you're just going to move the roller a little higher up your spine. You're going to make sure those ribs stay closed, your abs stay engaged, you're sucking in your tummy. Same thing, draw your shoulder blades down and back, and then forward, down and back, forward. Yes, keep your head over top of the ball. Don't let your head be forward, bring it back. So it's football season, am I correct? I don't know, I don't follow football. Nothing's worse than a Monday night football photo. Don't make yourself look like a Monday night football player. Elongate your neck.
10.
Okay, once again, twist, twist, twist.
I'm hearing the right noises.
Yeah. Suck in that tummy. This is helping you with rotational twist, especially around your liver, stomach, spleen, and pancreas, because like we said earlier, nothing in the human body has a single function. Okay, 10. Now, roller goes behind your head. Your hands go behind the roller. Here's the one where it's really easy to push your head forward. We want you to bring your head back.
And the ponytail may get in the way.
You can do it. Everyone can do it. Shoulder blades are down and back. Here's what we're going to do first. We're going to just bring your elbows back. Elbows back, elbows back, elbows back. Abs nice and tight. It is okay if your hands get numb and tingly. They won't fall off. Smiles are up.
10.
Okay, from this position, you're going to just turn left, turn right. This will help you open up your shoulders.
So really focus on twisting from your belly button. Engage the abs. Smile up. Even if you don't feel like it, just speak it.
Or you can squeeze your eyes really tightly and hope we'll go away. Chest is up, shoulder blades down and back. You're going to push down on the roller. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. This is what it's like to have your chest up. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. We're going to do this a few times. Squeeze down and back. Release. Squeeze down and back. I promise you don't do this during the day unless you walk by mirrors and you're a bodybuilder. Abs are nice and tight. Squeeze it down and back, good. Okay, we're gonna put that roller out in front of you. We're gonna lean forward, stretch, open your shoulders. Try to have a straight spine. Don't let your shoulders take up all the work. Your abs are engaged. Straight spine, straight arms, suck in your tummy, pelvic floor is on. I'll wait till next week to do it. We won't do it. Okay, good. Go ahead and release. You're going to take your right foot forward. Your left knee stays bent. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to work on some contralateral mechanics. You're going to take your left elbow across over the top of your right knee, and we're going to just twist. Suck in your tummy. Chest up. Smiles up. Left elbow over the right knee. That's it.
So as you breathe, bring that belly button to your spine. Squeeze your abs to initiate that twist.
See, going this class was easier.
10.
Okay. We're going to stay in this contralateral position where we're focusing on that right leg. You're going to lift it up and then put it back down. Keep your abs engaged. If you can't lift this foot up, you're going to misstep. That's why you have to practice doing this so you don't misstep. Eyes up, smiles up. You may get a cramp in your hip flexor, and that's good. Just don't put it in your mouth by tightening up your mouth. Smiles are up.
10.
And switch
more,
legs. So Michael 10.
Good enough.
Chest is up, abs are nice and tight, shoulder blades are down and back. You're using your abs, you're bringing that elbow over the top of your right knee, or left knee, sorry. Right elbow, left knee. Smiles are up. Don't look down. Remember, don't look down.
10.
Okay, now we're gonna work that hip flexion. You're gonna lift that foot up and put it back down. Lift, hold, gently lower. Try to keep your feet parallel. Don't let this foot turn out. Just ignore that cramp that's going in your hip flexor. We're strengthening it. Don't put the work in your shoulders, your neck, or your mouth. Smiles are up.
10.
Okay, good. Now we're gonna bring both feet forward. We're gonna do Maria's favorite. This is strengthening your pelvic floor more than you think. Make sure that ball's midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. And not on your tailbone, especially on this one. Remember, you're on top of a block and a ball. So if you fall over, good for you. Hands are in, stick them up. Chest is up. Feet are parallel. Knees are over the tops of your feet. And we're gonna bounce, because we're gonna strengthen the pelvic floor. No getting up twice in the night. Unless you're looking at Jupiter, be really close to the Earth right now. Keep smiling, and then you can add Maria's little dance to it. Because you have to have balance in motion.
So next weekend, pelvic floor dance party?
Yeah. So this Sunday, on Saturday, we're not going to have stretch class online. We're going to do it live here at 8 o'clock if you guys can make it. It's just stretching. Miles will be here because he has no choice. Okay, just feel what this feels like. We'll do it for a little longer. Now I want you to go as fast as you can. That means you have to drop yourself back down quickly. It's actually more difficult than you think. It's not a matter of just vibrating your upper body more. It's about dropping.
And if you feel like you're losing balance, try to coordinate that breath. Focus on your breath. Keep the pelvic floor and abs engaged. Smile up.
It's probably the weirdest sit-up you've ever done in your life. Okay? Now hands on your knees. We're going to go into what we call recovery position. You're going to be in this position. Your hands are on your knees, your butt's sticking out, your feet are parallel. We're going to do sit-ups here. Tighten your pelvic floor, close up your rib cage, then you're going to suck in second chakra, your lower abs, trying to hollow out your belly, fully concaved. No pressure in your head or neck. I want you guys looking up at the wall in front of you. Smiles are up. Yeah. And then we're coming to the ground. Nothing will deceive people of what your age is more than posture. If you can get posture, you can hide your age. If you start losing your posture, we've had 18-year-olds that look like they're like 70 years old. It's crazy. Okay? Ball's going to go in the small of your back. So we're putting this ball in the small of your back. Your hands go back behind you. We're going to start doing sit-ups. Shoulder blades are down and back, chest is up. Hands are back behind you. Feet are flat on the ground and parallel. What does that mean?
Sounds like an elevator thing.
Okay, we'll ignore it.
It's recess.
Oh, okay. I like that. But you're not going.
In the class.
Okay, your feet are parallel. We're going to do sit-ups. You're going to suck in that tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release.
This is being verified. Please leave the building by the nearest exit or exit stairway. Do not use the elevator.
Someone accidentally pulled it, I'm sure.
I guess they're...
Suck in that tummy and release. Suck in that tummy and release. Jaws relaxed.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, and the construction workers are downstairs, so.
Starting fires.
Yeah. No, they accidentally pulled a fire alarm frequently. Suck in that tummy. Change the shape of your abdomen by working your abs. And Ignore the smoke, it's not real. Abs are nice and tight, your arms are gonna go up. We're gonna do sit-ups now. You're gonna use your abs, cheat off the ball as much as you need to, suck in your tummy, shoulder blades are down and back.
So imagine your belly button really, really trying to press up against that ball.
So funny, we were talking about the missile crises. Michelle was there. I was teaching class when the missile crises went off. And I'm like, if you need to leave, you can leave. Otherwise, we're going to do class. No. It's like, yeah, 2 people left. And then now you're going to go to the left and to the right. Your goal is to use your abdomen. Keep breathing. Suck in your tummies.
10, 11, 12.
Okay, good. Hands go back behind you. But it's so funny having this alarm go off. How many times do the alarms go off on your head that don't need to be acknowledged? Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to go for a walk now. Arms come to your side. You're leaning back. Your abs are engaged. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Opposite hand, opposite foot. There you go. Smiles are up. Don't use your mouth. Don't use your neck. Keep breathing. If you're a former wrestler, this should be a piece of cake. Oh, you can see where I dribbled all the watermelon on me.
20.
Okay, rest. Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. Next sit up. Okay, you're going to lift your butt up off the ground. Okay, your butt's off the ground. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're going to take your hands off the ground. We're going for a walk. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Keep breathing. Soft landing. Be gentle on those feet. Yep. Your butt is off the ground. This helps your surfing greatly. Come on, Miles.
18, 19, 20.
Arch over top of the ball. Whoa. Okay, so if you feel this in your low back, it means you used a muscle called your psoas muscle. That's not so good. If you feel it in the front of your hips, you use something called your iliacus. That again, it's okay, but not so good. But if you feel it right down what would be your six-pack, that means you use your abs, and that is wonderful. Abs are nice and tight, rock side to side. This is extension after flexion. Not everyone's going to like that because we're used to doing one but not the other. But life is going to make you do both. Okay, lift your hips up. Yeah. We're going to put the ball underneath your sacrum. Your legs are going to go straight in the air. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to drain the blood out of the legs. This is called retrovascular flow. And then you're just going to pump your ankles, toes to the ceiling, toes to the floor, toes to the ceiling, toes to the floor. We're so used to blood being in the legs because we're standing that when we invert the body to this retrovascular flow, it puts our legs in a little bit of crisis because the blood flow of your legs has to work on its own. It doesn't have gravity. Ooh, you know things are getting better because the music changed. Okay, now we're going to do something I know you guys don't do. You're going to spread your toes, bring your toes together. Spread your toes, bring them together. Do this without using your hands or your nostrils. Spread and together. Keep your abs engaged. Shoulder blades are down and back. And you're breathing. This is how much we neglect these little toes. We stopped taking the pigs to the market. Abs are nice and tight. Okay, now we're going to do some knee work. You're going to bend your knees and let your heels drop to your butt, and then bring your legs back up. This is non-load bearing work on your knees, so there should be no pain or discomfort. If there is, you have to figure out what muscles you have to turn on to protect your knees, because you're turning them off when you're walking, and you're hurting yourself while you're walking. This is your chance to change the situation. Keep your abs engaged as we now go for a little walk, alternating legs. Abs are engaged. Just see how everything feels. You should feel muscles and not joints. And that's what you should be thinking in your head all the time. How do I feel muscles and not joints? Take your legs apart as you do the same thing. You ever know when this comes in handy?
When you're on your back.
Yeah. Happy baby. And there are flies around and you want to get rid of them?
When you've fallen, calling for help.
Yes. Slid off the back of your broom. Okay, straighten your legs out against the ground. We're going to arch the back again. Once again, if you feel this in your low back, you used your psoas.
The ball stays under the sacrum?
Yep.
Yes.
You feel it in the front of your hips, you used your iliacus. You feel it in your abs. Awesome. You can rock from side to side.
Keep breathing.
You guys are doing so well, especially the first timers.
Yes.
We're taking your address to make sure you come back again. And your car keys. Okay, now you can come onto your roller lengthwise. Butt goes at one end, head goes at the other end. Make sure your butt and head are on the roller as you lay flat back against the roller. Knees will be bent, feet will be parallel. Knees will be over top of the parallel feet. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're firing up first chakra, your pelvic floor. You're closing up third chakra, your upper abs. And then you're using your second chakra to try to get your spine against the roller and also simultaneously breathe. You're going to wiggle up the roller until what's called your EOP, a little weird bump on the back of your head, drops off the end of the roller. And that will put your head over the top of your pelvic floor. And suddenly we're in what's called the athletic ready position. Your feet are parallel, your knees are bent, your spine is straight, and your neck is elongated. The whole goal is to get something called the tentorium cerebelli, which is a membrane that holds your brain in place. And it's also a diaphragm over the top of your pelvic diaphragm or your pelvic bowl. Breathe. And just see what things feel like, what your body's been through. What you're not used to using, what you're used to using, what it's like to activate musculature. To remove judgment of this is bad and this is good is just like this is what's got to get back to work. This is what it's like to feel. It's a sad thing. We were working with a teenager, and this teenager had cut marks all over her body. And I was asking her, why do you do this? And she's all, I can't feel. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to exercise with you for the next 2 weeks. And after that first time, much like Gillen, she had very sore thighs. And she's all, I can feel. And I'm just like, you could always feel. But that's how important it is to be able to feel, that we will start doing very strange things to ourselves when we think we cannot feel. So feel what it feels like to have your head over the top of your pelvic floor. Feel what it feels like to have your abs engaged. Feel what it feels like to transfer pressure out of your upper body and put it back into your lower body. Feel what it feels like to connect to your center. And feel what it feels like to breathe. Gently, ever so gently, roll off the roller onto your back and see what the ground feels like underneath you. If you've done everything correctly, it should feel like you're laying in a groove, and that's because your back stabilizers have turned back on to stabilize and your hips are open to move. It's not because the floor suddenly got comfortable, and in fact, the ground was always as receiving as it is right now. You just forgot how to surrender into the earth. Once again, just assess what center feels like, what your body's been through. And for a moment, just suspend what you have to do for the rest of the day. It'll hit you soon enough. Just feel, connect. So on behalf of Maria and me, we'd like to say thank you for being here, supporting us, doing the crazy things we ask of you, and being open. We appreciate you so very much, and namaste.
Namaste.